Well, if you travel more than half a day, you can start affecting your endurance and needing to make rolls.
Well, that's fine. We just stay out half a day and we make a camp. Fine. Let's just get the fuck out of this town.
I'd say at least wait a day and then we'll go. How's that sound?
Why?
I actually did post a picture of the black and white of
Yeah, it looks good,
the
doesn't
hollow.
it? I love, like, the old ink style is always a cool image.
You should check out a Dungeon Crawl Classics book.
I've seen a few of those. Not my style necessarily, but you know, I'd play them because it'd be like just fun to go through the grind.
Very nice artwork. Then again, Torchbearer had some really nice artwork. But anyway, so you found out the location and a bit more about Weatherstone. Think there might be something else to the northwest. You're not sure though. We're talking about leaving.
Oh, out of character, we're talking about leaving. In character, I'm still outside.
Well, I assume after I finish playing, I already rented rooms for the night anyway, so I'm assuming we're all going to go to sleep.
I wasn't planning to sleep inside this place anyway.
Where are you going then?
Probably back alley.
All right, have fun. I'm gonna go. I have my own separate room. The dwarves can bunk together.
Did y'all pay for your rooms?
Yeah, I already paid for it earlier.
Well, you had paid for one room, I believe.
Yeah, it was the
double.
The double room for 6 copper. You said.
Yes. So, you were going to be spending the night and then heading out, correct?
Yes.
All right. So in that case, are you going to be eating again that evening? If so, you can go ahead and mark off copper pieces.
Do I need to? Let me ask that, like, from a mechanics point of view.
Play that just a second here. Actually going to that section.
Because if I need to eat, like, twice a day or something, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I would say no, you do not have to eat because that's a pretty big meal that you get.
Okay. I'm gonna just go to bed then. After, you play for a few hours, probably entertain the folks for a bit, and head to bed. Clingerton, do you wish to sleep?
Yes.
But you can do what you want, of course, Just be careful. You don't know anybody here.
Which may also be a blessing.
True.
Are halflings shorter than dwarves?
I would assume yes.
Slightly. For hungry, it is just the equivalent of a ration a day.
I thought we ate at the tavern, though.
You did.
All right, so we're good then, right?
Yeah, I'm just confirming that it is 1 meal a day.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you will mark off hungry, and then you can't recover strength. You will take damage once per week. And if you are broken while hungry, you will die after another week without food.
We can last a while without it if we really wanted to, but... And,
you, go ahead.
Kadok is... I'm sorry,
So
Kadok's like...
Madrigal goes to his private bedroom. I'm assuming Glingerden, you got him that shared
Well,
space on the bottom floor, right?
No,
Well,
he
you
has his
had
own
all...
room with the other dwarf.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you
had
two have
gotten
that
a
room, and I'm
double
sleeping
room.
in a back alley.
Indeed. All right. So in that case, you bed down for the night. Attic, you hang out in the back alley. Presume you make yourself a blanket out of some garbage or something.
No.
Well, it'll be a little chilly if you wrapping yourself up in anything.
Yeah, myself.
You may need to mark off cold.
Cool, I'll do that then.
All right. Next morning comes around. You all wake up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go about your business. You are just going to take off right away.
I mean, you might as well get a morning meal.
All right.
And then we immediately will leave after we
Yes. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. To Weatherstone?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a continental breakfast in the hotel lobby.
There you go. Must say, the town, despite its name, is quite nice.
Okay. So
I
leaving.
could wish for better company, but yes.
Well, just think, we don't have to worry, and next time we come, we'll get another 48 hours from that guy.
Or you may
Or,
not run into him.
that too, or, we'll take care of him later.
Does this place have a fire?
Yes.
Oh, I'll just warm up by the fire then.
Okay, you can take off. Old then.
Eat my hot stew next to a hot fire.
How did you sleep, Kadok?
Fine.
Good, I'm glad you're nice and chipper this morning.
Now, as you leave, I presume you'll leave by the other gate that you come in, the southern gate. And if anybody wishes, under reference sheets in the journal section, there is a journey.
You're going robotic again.
Yeah.
Am I good?
Hello?
Hello?
I mean,
Alright.
we can hear you again,
Am I
yeah.
there?
But I mean, even your camera's been stuttering this whole time, too.
Okay. Yeah, just keep me when I stop.
And right back to robotic.
How am I now?
I mean, yeah. Every time you say, "How am I now?" you're perfect. Just like a minute
Then
later.
as soon as I start. Yes, I'd said that I had posted journey reference sheets, so you can use those as well. But this is going to be our first journey, which means we will be hiking. And you will be hiking into forest, which is considered open terrain. So as long as it is mild forest, you could go through 2 spaces.
Is it day or is it night?
It is morning.
Okay.
We just ate breakfast.
Well, I wasn't sure if we're still in the morning section or if it's the daytime section.
Yeah, it is still morning because you have not started traveling yet. This is considered the beginning of traveling. So you are about to hike. This is considered open terrain Once you get here, it is no longer open terrain. You will be able to move those 2 spaces in a quarter day. While you are traveling, hiking, you can do 2 actions at the same time.
Ooh.
That is keep watch and lead the way.
The only one person can lead the way, though, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Lead the
And the
way is
person,
survival, right?
Pathfinder. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I have Pathfinder. That's why I'm asking specifically, which gives me a +1 to survival when I lead the way.
it is a survival roll. And then keeping watch. It says during every quarter day of your journey, you should also designate 1 adventurer in your group who is responsible for scouting.
I mean,
Currently,
those are the 2 required ones. I mean, there's still
Yeah.
also hike, forage, hunt, fish.
The the looking out and leading the way aren't required, but if you don't do it, things are going to go bad.
Well, I guess technically then hike is the only one that's actually required because assumedly all of us want to move forwards.
Yes.
pretty much, right? Yeah.
You can't combine. One person couldn't do both things.
Right, and those are the only 2 that are not allowed to be helped.
Yes.
Hey, Klingerton, what's your scouting look like?
+1.
Mine's at a +2. What's your survival looking like?
I don't see it on the sheet.
It's the last skill.
Oh, it's the last one. Okay, 0.
You can roll on skills that you do not have a rating. You would just have your base dice.
Yeah, but unlike the torchbearer, there's no reason that we would assign you to this skill just to fail.
Well, I have a 2 total for scouting right now, so... And I have a 4 total for survival.
Right,
there's
so
my
you
numbers.
keep watch, I'll lead the way.
All right.
Well, what's Klingerton? Klingerton, your totals for scouting and survival are... What now? I'm sorry.
My total for survival is 4 and scouting is 5.
Alright, you should be the scout, not me.
That's the big numbers at the very right-hand side of the...
Yeah, the total.
yeah,
It's the
okay.
total column. Total. Alright, well then you keep watch and I'll lead the way.
And I will look pretty.
No, you'll hike. With the rest of us.
Oh, exercise, how I hate it.
Oh, there's one thing I think I may have missed during character generation. I see the willpower is a bunch of dots to be filled in.
You don't do
How do you
anything
know?
until you get... That's what you get when you push roll.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with anything that you would have done. You've not missed a thing.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So if we can get some rolls. While we're still figuring out these character sheets, you can always go back and look into the dice pool to make sure you're doing it right.
I'm not... Sorry, the pause here isn't me figuring out the character sheet. I'm actually reading the lead the way section on page 147. Since his first contact with this rule, I've been actually figuring out what the hell I'm meant to do. Alright, so we move 1 hex. And then make the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Do it!
+1, which I guess would just be... Other? Put it in what, gear?
I don't know if it would go into gear specifically or not.
Well, it's just +1. What, put up my skill by 1?
I would... I would assume skill, yeah.
There is. Let me take a look.
I would assume just by the... Yeah.
Yeah, the miscellaneous skill column is where I would say.
I don't see a miscellaneous skill. I have base, skill, and gear.
Well, no, if you go to the skill column on the left, there's the level, miscellaneous skill, miscellaneous gear, and then your total.
Alright. This
So
is
if you
just
put
the
it in-
worst way to do... Well, see, that just puts it up +1 in skill, so I can just not do that on that. See, my problem there is that if we do it that way, it's easy to forget that you've left us +1 over there. Whereas if you just click from 2 to 3 in the dice pool, whenever you clear your dice, that goes away.
Well, don't you have that as a talent? So you
That's
would
not what I'm.
always have
That's
that?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you, okay, step back. If we look at the skills, right, and you're saying if you go down
Mhm.
miscellaneous skill and just change that 0 to a +1 for my Pathfinder, that it'll roll the same. Well, when you do that and you click this thing, all it does is up in the skill column in the middle section where it says skill, the red column. All it does is up my 2 to a 3. Literally the same effect, except that when you clear your dice pool, +1 doesn't go away from your skills area, so it can be very easy to forget that you've left a +1 in there and your skill will just be up the entire time. Whereas if I just click survival over here and change my 2 to a 3, because right now I know my Pathfinder applies, when I click clear dice pool, that goes away. So, will not forget because it won't be there for me to not remember.
So it's 6 of one and half dozen of the other.
Right. Well, it's that the sheet has a mechanism to fix a problem on this side and not on this side. So, in this respect, it's easier this way than that way.
But anyway, moving on. You want to go ahead and make your roll. All right, that's a success. And we're going to get another roll for looking out. I'm going to make that roll. Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, hello.
Well, the problem is the person who is making that roll, you can't see their camera right now, so we don't even know if he's here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm assuming you are, you're basically built for all the wilderness exploration.
No, not really.
Definitely better at it than me right now, that's for sure.
Well, I remember we all random rolled. I am not built for anything specifically. I just happen to have a +1 in this skill.
I'm very sorry. I was in the kitchen. I did not know I was required to make a roll. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
It's just, you need me to make my scout?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Oh boy.
you did not make the roll. You can push if you want. That would, however, activate the skull on your base dice, which would affect your attribute. You take a point of damage to it.
Dwarves are very stubborn, so I'm going to go for it.
All right.
So how do
you'll
you
go.
push?
You should have a button.
Gonna get a second pop-up that'll
Oh, yeah.
give you the stuff, so that's what I missed before.
Okay. Yeah, so you still did not succeed. I believe that your scouting comes off of your wits. So you will take a point of damage to your wits. And that means you're going to have to roll on a mishap.
Is there a keeping watch mishap table?
Ooh.
I think it goes
Yeah,
right
there's
from leading the way mishaps to foraging mishaps.
That simply means that if something happens, you are unaware of it. Is what I'm about to roll for now.
Oh, yeah, apparently that's not in the player's book. Apparently it says it's chapter 7 of the GM's guide.
Yes.
Ah.
What I'm about to do now. I got to do the old D66 here real quick.
Also, everyone else, remember to move your tokens down the map.
Oh, I thought we had like one big token.
Nope. We all have individual tokens. Who knows?
That's fair.
We could split up and do other things. Who knows?
You make your way through the light forest. The weather is nice. You make your way uneventfully. The most you see are some white-tailed deer prancing through the woods, some birds singing in the trees. Really uneventful. This is still considered open terrain, so you are still in the first quarter of the day and can move into another hex.
That's another success.
All right.
I think it's another keeping the watch roll, right?
Were you keeping watch or were you?
No, mine's leading the way. I'm asking, is that also another keeping the watch roll?
Yes, it is.
And is Clingerton going to roll again or no?
Yes.
Let me get to it.
Although, remember,
Right.
now he's
I'm-
one worse at it.
Okay. So indeed,
Hey!
you got a success. All right.
We're getting better.
Oh, and did you mark off that you got a point of willpower for pushing that last
Oh, let me
roll?
do that.
Very important.
It was like the only benefit you got from it, so... Gotta
Yeah.
remember the rewards.
Willpower is a pretty good reward.
Yes, it is. And also remember, if you take more than 1 point of damage when you push, you get multiple willpower. I believe it is up to 3.
I know it does for weapons. But then it also damages the weapons.
You, however, can't be broken by pushing. Well, you don't take a critical injury if you're broken from pushing. But, we still got somebody who needs to move up a hex here.
I guess we're just leaving Red behind completely.
I would guess so.
Ah, he must have really been drunk last night.
I mean, it's either that or he's like a ghost behind us.
Mm.
Because the thing is, we also don't have control of his tokens. We couldn't drag him along if we wanted to.
No, we don't.
5. Okay. You continue on. The forest starts to get a lot more thick here. The underbrush is starting to pile up, getting briar thatch. It's starting to slow you down. You'll only be able to move 1 hex in a quarter day now.
Alrighty.
But the journey is still uneventful. Nothing but the flora and fauna of the woods.
But this is
And
the
we
first
don't know.
quarter of the day over, right?
Yes, this is officially the end of the first quarter. It is no longer morning, it is now day.
And how far can we travel in a day?
You can travel, I believe it is half a day before you start having detrimental effects.
Okay, so we only enter forced march after 2/4 of a day.
So we can move
Correct.
another one right now if we want to.
Right.
Do you want to do that?
My 2 successes say yes, I do.
Well, shit.
I'm not built for this.
You say as you... Oh, excuse me.
Look,
Ace your
every
rolls.
test roll before this has been stacked with skulls. So
I know, and meanwhile you're just like fucking like Pathfinder over here.
I was about to mention that 6s are successes in this game, but you're rolling more successes in this game than Torchbearer, where it was a 4, 5, or 6 for successes.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
just getting lucky, that's all. Don't
Yes.
forget to keep watch, Clingerton.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. I have the camera off because of a meeting.
I
That's
figured it was
fine.
because you were in the kitchen again. I was like, oh, he must be cooking something.
All right, you got a success as well.
We're getting better at navigating these areas, aren't we?
What do you mean better? This is the first time we've ever been in any of these areas.
I mean, navigating the woods in general.
A thing we've also never done before.
Okay.
This is the
so,
first point. We can only get actually worse from here because we're succeeding.
That's true.
As you travel through the forest, it opens up and you look upon a giant glade surrounded by trees. The ground is covered by black sand. You see no plants, you see some rocks that could be the remains of a house. Someone is sitting in the middle of the glade, a young girl with her eyes fixed on the ground. There's a strong smell of sulfur in the air, and the sand rattles as the wind blows through the glade. What's everybody doing?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying this because I'm in the lead the way position, which is just to say I draw my bow, and I say, Magical, you're good at talking to people. I'm not saying go in there and get close and get swallowed by what's obviously some sort of sinkhole or whatever. I'm just saying maybe you could talk to her from here.
That makes more sense. Yoo-hoo! Do you hear me?
She does not respond to your call.
Are you okay?
She still does not respond. She's still sitting there looking intently on the ground.
What would be the role to, like, I guess look at the surroundings or something?
I mean, my first thought is scouting.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I want to take a quick look at the skill list.
Also, is she
it-
sitting off to, like, the side of this giant thing on top of a rock, or is she, like, in a rock that's, like, in the middle of it?
It is not even sitting on a rock. There's just some rocks scattered about the clearing. She's sitting in the ground in the middle of the clearing.
Like, in the
Just
middle, like,
staring at
literally
them.
in the middle, or figuratively in the middle?
In the middle of the clearing. Yeah, I would say scouting. The only thing I would see that would be different is insight, but I think that would cover other things.
It's there. Clingerton, do you recognize anything here with the ground or anything like that? Is that something that's safe to travel on?
Let's see.
That sounds like lore.
Oh. I might actually be better at that.
Yeah, I'm
then.
saying, I think the prompt there was Robert was trying to get him to look around with scouting.
Yeah, I was. Do you want me to roll lore instead, though?
It depends on how you're going to do it. If you're looking at the area trying to deduce what happened, I would say that's lore. If you are actually scouting the area looking for things, then I would say that's scouting.
I mean, I want to deduce what happened to see if it's even safe to go near this person. So,
Yeah, that sounds like lore.
all right. So I'll roll that.
Let's
and
go back a second in the when you were describing the area. Did you
Yes.
say there was a noise?
The sound is a rattling noise made by the sand as the wind blows through it.
No, okay.
That doesn't sound ominous at all. I don't know anything.
You want to
You
push?
can push.
I will attempt the push. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, what skill is that? I mean, what attribute is that?
My will.
What's your will at?
It's at 2 currently.
Is that
Not
breaks
anymore.
you? Does that break you? Is that what that does?
Yeah, I'm broken in my will.
What's the result of a broken will?
Not good. That's
Drunkenness.
Yeah, you're basically
Well, I mean, there's that whole table.
My fucking god. Oh, of course it's me, too.
I mean, it just generally describes what you do when you're broken in every way.
Where's the broken will table?
God, where is it? Oh, it might be on that other sheet, actually. So I still have that PDF open somewhere. The reference that Dan posted earlier. That's where I have it. I was looking through the entire fucking book trying to find it, and it's on this thing.
exactly what I was doing too.
I found the critical injuries for horror, which I guess is a will thing, but
I'm looking at broken effects, strength, agility, wits, and empathy. Oh, wits. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah, wits, excuse me.
A critical would be horror. But you're just broken, right? You're not crit?
You do not take a crit from pushing yourself to being broken.
So you can only take the run action, and you are panicked.
Oh.
Hey, are you alright?
No! We need to leave. We need to leave. This is a little too much.
Yeah, the entire situation, you glean a little knowledge as you look about, though. Something really bad happened here.
Oh, yes. Let's go, please, because I don't want to be caught in this.
So what is everyone doing?
Oh, it doesn't actually say what panic is in the player's handbook.
Yeah, I would presume you just act panicked.
Well, I mean, there is fear described on page 112, but that's more about what creatures cause you fear or something. Or fear attacks.
Yeah.
Quick search.
And how a fear attack is rolled.
Panicked, you said?
Panic. Not panicked. I don't know if there's panicked in there. I'm just reading off the thing. Panic just brought me to fear effects on page 12. But that's just how a fear attacks happen.
Then I would presume that it is simply narrative.
Well, I mean, if we're leaning back on our again, how much this game reminds us of Ironclaw in some ways. In Ironclaw, panic just means you can't attack.
It just it just says like the fear things on page 112, right? So, according to this, what fear means, it's a fear attack is rolled with base dice. Each X rolled causes a point of damage to wits. All fear attacks have fear.
Yeah, it's just telling you how to attack it. It's like the how to. And, page 104, damage to which is fear, panic, and confusion, which is what led me to fear attacks, because read more under fear attacks on page 112.
Yeah.
Simply the way you're acting.
Well,
mechanical
you see Marigold for the first time in a long time. do something that you never thought you'd see him. He runs away, with speed that you did not expect from such a rotund halfling that's kind of lazy.
So everybody sees Marigold take off, running. Which way were you running? North, south, east, west?
Oh, fuck. Let's do it this way. 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west. South.
Oh, there is
Well, at
something.
least you're going in the right direction.
I wanted to use something here, and I just forgot this whole time what the hell was going on. What is it called again? My pride.
Okay.
You sense unnatural phenomena before anyone else. Which I believe means that I would need to make a roll based on that first, fail that roll, and then actually use my pride. But I don't know what roll I would have been making ahead of time.
I would say lore.
Lore. Oh god, my inability to read. There we go, lore. Come on, I'm not made for this!
Not horrible, though.
Right, but then I can use my pride,
Yes.
which doesn't cause me damage, like pushing would, right?
That is correct, unless you mess up and you lose your pride.
Yeah, well, I mean, that doesn't cause me damage. It just means I can't use my pride for the rest of this session, and I believe next session either. And then the session after that, I would be able to come up with a new pride.
Pride, here we go.
But I think my pride was a success. Yeah, one success.
Good for you.
All right. Yes, and that would be a D12. You can only use your pride once per session, though.
Yep. But I didn't fail it, which means my pride still stands.
All right. So yeah, looking about the place, you do notice better than everybody else, there must have been some kind of horrible magical calamity that happened here that devastated what was once this happy village.
So
You
we saw
believe-
what looked like the ruins of a building, but now this is as big as a village used to be.
Well, what you believe is that whatever this magical phenomena was completely destroyed the village. And what you see are the only remaining physical things. Some blocks and a child.
Alright, we'll look over at Clinkerton and say, hey, can you go get our happy little halfling?
You know, my legs may only be marginally longer than hers, but she was using them very fast. I will be back as soon as I can.
And then after that, I will shout, hey, little girl, did you do this? And then we can figure out which things happens first.
Actually, you catch up with the halfling first. Lingered.
Oh, thank God you're here. We're leaving, right? Where the hell is Kadok?
Back that way.
And she still does not respond.
Why is he not coming with us? We should not be here.
Gotta be brave.
Is there like a rock nearby?
Yeah.
Like a pebble?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I already said I'm holding my bow out, but I don't want to shoot her. Could I make a marksmanship roll to throw the rock near her, but not hit her?
And you said a pebble, right?
Yeah, that's why I went from rock to pebble. I'm not trying to stone a little girl.
That's something big enough to get her attention, but if it hits her, not hurt her.
Right.
Absolutely. I will also say, I don't think you need to make a roll for that.
Well, let's go with that not making a roll part thing then.
Yeah, because you're not trying to hit something. You're just trying to hit a general area. But the pebble hits a couple feet away from her, makes a clicking noise as it hits the sand, but she still isn't responding. She sways a little bit in the breeze. I think maybe whatever happened in this village has really had some kind of adverse effect on her.
Alright, well, she's standing there. And I assume Klingerdin and Madrigal are heading their way back. I'm gonna start inching my way towards the black sand.
Are you insane?
Yeah, nothing happens when you start inching onto the sand.
Yeah, I'm still gonna keep cautiously inching forwards towards her.
You inch forward, nothing happens at all as you go through the sand. You go all the way up to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get up to her, she's just looking down at the sand. Her eyes have a glassy, glazed over look. Her lower lip is trembling a bit, and there's a little drool running out of her mouth. Looks like she's in some catatonic state.
Yeah, do the finger snap, like, in front of her face. Does she respond?
She barely responds, kind of lifts her head a little bit, looks at you, and puts her head back down.
I lightly slap her.
It has no real effect. She kind of turns her head as you hit her, straightens it back out, and not really much of a response.
Yeah, I thought maybe that, being catatonic and hysterical might have the same answer.
Effect.
I try to pick her up.
She picks up easy enough. When you go to pick her up, she starts to stand a bit with assistance.
Yeah, I'll carry her out of the black sand.
Okay, yeah, carry her out of the black sand. She's still catatonic.
Oh, Madrigal, you're back. Were the calisthenics good for you?
What? Why are you touching her?
Remind me real quick, why were we going to this place? What's out here?
Weatherstone.
Yeah, what is it in Witherstone?
It's a ruined keep.
So there's nobody there, is what you're saying.
I don't know if nobody's there, but if the rumor is true, the king still is there, and he's dead, so maybe he's a zombie.
Okay. I hate to say it, but maybe we should go back to Hollows real quick. And by real quick, I mean by tomorrow.
I'm fine with that, actually.
Yeah, and then we can make back for this place the day after tomorrow.
I need to catch my breath right
I just don't think it's very safe to take this catatonic child into a ruins.
Why is she... Just leave her.
What kind of man would leave a defenseless child here, of all places?
Me!
Alright. So we've heard. But I think you've just been outvoted. 2-1.
Very well. But if she starts trying to murder us at night, it is not my fault.
Well, I mean, maybe it is, actually. Maybe she wasn't thinking about murdering us in the night until you said that out loud in front of her.
Yeah, maybe she was going to trust us until you said such a horrible thing. And now that will be her only recourse to deal with somebody so hateful as you.
Oh, God, will you just...
to end your existence.
Oh, stop. Stop. Stop posturing. Let's just go, please. Please.
Wait, what are you talking about? Go. We have to camp here first.
You want to camp here in front of all of this? And I point to the, the black sand or whatever the hell it is.
We've been marching all day. We have no choice. You have to rest.
Oh, God, we're going to... I don't want to die in the middle of these fucking fire. Fine. I will get the cauldron out. We'll cook something.
To be fair, if you don't want to die in the middle of the forest, there's a fine clearing over there that you could rest in.
I will get the cauldron out, and I will cook us something nice. How does that sound? Can the girl eat?
If you try to eat her, try to feed her,
I mean, holy shit! I'm not cannibal. What the hell?
you can try to. You don't know how she's going to respond.
All right. So to cook, what do I need to do?
Still there?
I know it's like the food roll, right?
In here.
By the way, Dan, I know you're looking up a rule at the moment, but I just realized something we should probably handle now before... not before the cook roll, I mean handle now before we do have too many sessions in the future and we realize we should have done something.
What's that?
One of the experience marks that you get is for traveling through a hex you've never traveled through before. So maybe we should actually check these hexes or something to mark that we've traveled through them.
That would probably be a good idea.
I mean, we could just use like the draw thing, like egg. Oh, that's bigger than I meant for it to be. But just like something in the corner of a hex or something. Like that.
There you go.
Because I just realized if we never kept track, we'd go in like session 4. Wait, which ones have we been in?
I was actually preparing for that and getting to the experience part of the book.
Oh, it was like one of the first things I put down. I even sent it to Red so that he would know what to mark for his own experience, since he, was here for 2 hours. There's still things that he would earn experience for.
You have a page on that, by the way?
No, I actually just copied and pasted it. It's not too hard. It was like the first thing that comes up if you type XP in search.
That would be the problem. I was actually typing in experience. I probably spelt wrong.
Page 39.
There it is.
Well, ironically, it's experience on that. But, it's spending XP under it. No, I'm very much a... Say what?
Page did you say?
39.
Okay, there it is. Alright. Anyway, we were talking about cooking. What was it you were trying to do?
Well, we need food, actually, don't we? I have the rations, but, I guess we gotta hunt first.
Oh, we all have rations.
If you just eat your rations, you don't have to worry about anything else.
You just make your ration size roll and hope to not get a 1.
Yeah.
Chef is a talent.
I am not a
Is that
chef.
what you're looking at?
No, I don't have that talent.
Do you have a skill?
No, I just had the cauldron. I just assumed I can cook with that.
Yeah, you can cook with a cauldron. You can
case,
cook with a field kit like I have too.
But there is actually a chef talent that has specific.
But also
defense.
the thing would be that during the time that we were marching, you specifically would have been hunting or fishing or something like that to get food
Well, I don't
to
think
cook.
you can. Hunting and fishing don't combine with hiking. You would be
I think it says it
foraging.
does, doesn't it?
Let me see.
I thought it said it did.
You can trailblaze and keep watch.
Hunt and fish separately
Can't combine
or group.
them. Yeah, combine? No.
See, I'm just looking at the list of things that you can do, and they don't say that they can't be done while hiking, so I guess it must say somewhere else.
Page 145, under activities, I'm actually looking at the cheat sheet I have here. Handy table activity, who can do it? combine with, can it be helped, and notes.
Yeah, I'm on 145. So like I said, forage can be done by several adventurers at the same time. Helping is allowed, and hunt and fish say the same thing. Well, except fish says it requires it. Hunt says the same thing. Let's use that as an example.
But under hike,
Which is the next page. And it doesn't say anything about that under the main hike thing.
I will say that they cannot be combined. Yeah, because I'm going to go with the reference sheet.
Is the reference sheet on the Roll20?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I was.
Sorry,
looking at.
I just been looking at the book for like everything. Which one is it?
Specifically
Journey 1 or 2?
says that you can lead the way.
I mean, is it sheet 1 or sheet 2?
Sheet 1. Activities.
Oh god, there's small print on the small thing.
There's always the small.
Well, no, I was reading Hunt separately or group, and there's that asterisk, and the asterisk is the small print under the. Okay, I don't see any problem with that. And what was the takeaway that you were coming from reading this?
Well, if you look, hike, you can combine, lead the way, and keep watch. If you go down to hunt, fish, make camp, forage, there's nothing listed that they combine with.
Yeah, but hike is something that everybody does, even the people that are leading the way and keep watch. Because hike must be done by all adventurers if you want to proceed on the game map.
Yeah, but you're not hiking right now.
Oh, okay. I think the problem that I had was that the action listing on quarters of the day, I was reading as hiking. And this is just the quarters of the day section.
Yes.